Good Boys Studios in downtown Boise, Idaho. It's Jock, the show. A show about anything with two brothers who know everything. And now your host, Jeff Kohlers.
Well, we think we know everything. We do know some stuff tonight, that's for sure. Welcome to Jock, the show. I am Jeff Kohlers, coming to you from Boise, Idaho. And joining me from the man cave in Burlington, North Carolina, is Steve Idler. What's happening, my man?
Hey! How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. Well, we are recording this on Sunday night, and here's what we do know. Who's playing in the Super Bowl?
Yes, we do.
And
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yes, I was actually pulling for the other teams in both games.
Yeah, I really did not want to see Taylor Swift for the entire Super Bowl.
No.
Here we go.
Is she going to do the halftime show too? I mean...
No. She's too big for that.
God.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
She's too... the big stars don't do that. It's You look at them when they're on their way out. That's when they do the halftime show.
Well, I mean, the Baltimore game was... I mean, look, Kansas City, their defense is really good.
Yep.
I mean, I have to give them credit. I mean, they had an easy, it was a fairly easy game plan, and I'm surprised that more teams don't play it against Lamar Jackson. You give tight coverage, to begin with, and then you just blitz him. I mean, they gave him no time, and he makes a couple runs here and there, but they shut him down. I mean, it was pretty easy. And that's his knock against him, is he doesn't read defenses very well. And, Kansas City didn't play great offensively. I mean, they just, all they threw were screen passes all night. And, but they didn't have to play well.
Nope, they just had to outplay them.
Yeah, that's what you play. You play the game you're in. Play the game you're in. Sometimes it's high scoring, sometimes it's low scoring. I mean, now Mahomes is up there. Now you're getting to Montana level, right? I mean, he's still not Brady, but he keeps going. He could be. I mean, but right now he's reaching the second greatest of all time.
And
Andy Reid,
yeah,
Andy Reid should definitely get. I mean, he should go down as probably top. To me, I think he's a better coach than Bill Belichick. To be honest with you, I think he's a better. Belichick was fortunate he got Brady, and Andy Reid never had that until he got Mahomes. He has not had. I mean, Donovan McNabb was an okay quarterback, but he wasn't great. Still went to how many NFC Championship games and how many? And he went to a Super Bowl, lost to Brady, but Andy Reid, he's finally getting the credit he deserves. And in Detroit, they just got out coached. I mean, they're up 14 points midway through the third quarter. You kick the field goal. I don't care what you've done all year. This is the NFC Championship game. You got to kick that field goal. That lost the game. That changed the momentum. They were dominating San Francisco, and they just, I don't know. That was he should apologize to his player and team. I mean, that was bad.
They were dominating that first half, and I thought they had it. I really did. I thought they had that after the first half.
Yeah, I thought the game was over, and I think if they kick that field goal, it's still, to San Francisco, they're like, oh, we're still 3 scores down,
right?
And when you're 3 scores down, it's a whole lot different than when you're 2 scores down mentally. I mean, and they had really, San Francisco, they just didn't look like they had anything going in that first half, and even in that third, they had a little bit, they made a drive, I think, to begin the third quarter to get to 14 points. They kicked a field goal. But that's what I'm saying. If Detroit just kicks the field goal, then it goes right back to where it was, and they're like, this might not be our night. But
yeah. Well, I'll say this. I wasn't surprised by the outcome. I figured that's who was winning those games. I really did.
Well, I thought Baltimore would play better than that. I mean, really, they should have. I mean, look, they held Kansas City to 17 points. I mean, you should win that game. And
I
Lamar
thought
Jackson.
Kansas City was going to win. Like you said, I just think Andy Reid's a better coach.
Well, I agree. Well, I don't know. John Harbaugh's a pretty good coach. I just think he's got a better quarterback. Andy Reid's got a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. So
But again, it wasn't the quarterback that won; it was a scheme of the game.
Well, I know that, but that's because of his lack of quarterbacking ability. He's a phenomenal athlete. He is. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Sure.
But you got to be able to throw the ball, and you got to know what you're doing. You know, when you get to the line of scrimmage, you got to be able to read the defense, and he's not a great reader of defenses. So, you know, and that's what they did, and they beat him. I mean, I don't think Baltimore. I don't think Lamar Jackson's a great quarterback. I think he's entertaining to watch, but I don't think he's a. I think John Harbaugh's.
He's like every other running quarterback though in the NFL.
Yes,
he
is.
A life expectancy, and at some point they're going to lose that game. Let's bring Fletcher in here. Come on in the conversation. Get yourself on camera there. Let's get that three-way camera going.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on today's games?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys kind of hit a lot of it. I feel like defense won that game for Kansas City. They just played great. I didn't feel like either quarterback really played that great. Even Mahomes, who definitely played better than Lamar, I just wasn't like super impressed with him. Chiefs defense gets all the credit for me.
Yeah, Chiefs defense been playing good all year. I mean, and so yeah, I mean, I think the Kansas, like I said, the Detroit game, I think it came down to that field goal. To be honest with you, I think if they kick that field goal, I think the game's over. I don't think they can come back. I think, and he did it twice. He went for a fourth down again. I mean, I don't know. I don't, Dan Campbell, they probably need to go, look, during a regular season's one thing, but when it's on the line to go to Super Bowl, there's time to be aggressive, and then there's times to be smart. It's not being conservative or whatever. It's just being smart. You need to go up 3 scores. You got to. I don't understand.
Well, I think this is where the experience comes in, right? So Dan Campbell, this is his first trip as a head coach into the playoffs and big game playoff. I think he'll learn from this. I look back at Dabo Swinney.
I would hope.
Well, I look back when Dabo Swinney played. What's his name for the first time from Alabama? Saban. Yeah, he's retired. I don't care about him anymore. But Dabo got out coached by Saban, but he learned from that and came back and was a better coach the next year. I think it's just going to have to be experience for Dan Campbell. I like him. I like his gumption. But we'll just have to see. All right. I want to remind you. Hang on 1 second. I got to get an advertising in here, man. We got to pay the bills.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to shout out the Treasure Valley Roller Derby, one of our great sponsors we love. We are the official announcing a partner, and you will be able to hear see them at Treasure Valley Skate this Thursday, February 1st, at 6:15. Doors open. They're playing their home season, and would love to have you guys out there. Come by and say hi. And but Treasure Valley Roller Derby, TVRderby.com. Check them out. All right. So we had a little glitch in the show. It didn't record the audio. We have a lot of video, no audio. So
Whoopsie.
Apologize. There was no show last week. If you could read lips, you could watch it. But for the record, I did win the news quiz. I just want that on the record.
No, it didn't ever happen. It never happened. There's no evidence.
I have the video.
Yeah, but none of the people watching will know, so they don't know. They know nothing. It never happened. It's just like
we tried.
That's like the old. That's the old adage. Tree falls in the woods. Does it make noise?
I made noise. All right. I got a fun week this week. Heading out to Montana for a few days, home for one, doing some roller derby, and then out to Washington. I got a busy travel schedule between now and Super Bowl. So it's going to be kind of crazy for me as we get geared towards this. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good Super Bowl. I'd be interested to see what San Francisco can do with the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm disappointed. I mean, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I was pulling for the Bills and Detroit because I wanted both of them to make it since neither one of them have won it. Because otherwise, I don't really have a dog in the fight. You know, I mean, I don't know if I'll watch it. I probably will watch a little bit of it, but I probably won't watch too much of it. I don't care for either team that much. So anyway,
All right. What are we going to kick off with? Is it a news quiz first, or
It is.
all right? News quiz
I'm
being
ready.
brought to you by Chrissy Weissman Photography. You want to run that Chrissy ad for me?
Chrissy Weissman Photography is ringing in the new year with a headshot special for the month of January. Whether you're looking to update your LinkedIn, your profile picture, or you just need a headshot for work, Chrissy Weissman is taking appointments now during the day or evenings. Check out Chrissy Weissman Photography for bookings at chrissy.photography.com. Check them out at their new studio, 750 East Warm Springs Avenue in downtown Boise. A new year and a new you.
Which is also our address for our podcast studio. She's right. I can see her studio from where I'm sitting right here at our broadcast desk. Chrissy Weissman .photography. And it's CHRISY. All right, let's get it kicked off.
Do we remember who starts?
So we're not doing it that way this week.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. We're writing it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're both writing down.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll start with number 1 then. A massive temple opened this week, drawing hundreds of thousands of visitors. Where is this temple located? Thailand, China, India, or Greece?
Give it to me one more time.
Yeah, Thailand,
The answers. Yeah.
China, India, Greece.
Okay.
All right. I said Thailand.
I said China.
It is India.
Oh, neither one of us.
Oh. All right.
Slow start, but
Yeah.
this one should be easier, hopefully. All right, the 2024 Oscar nominations were revealed this week. However, the Academy is receiving criticism for overlooking which movie in 2 key categories: Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, or Anatomy of a Fall.
What was the third one?
The third one was Barbie.
No, I'm sorry. Killing. What was the
Oh,
killing?
Killers of the Flower Moon.
All right. I'm gonna go. It was Killers for me. I went with the Killers one.
I said Oppenheimer.
It was Barbie.
Oh.
You know, I had a feeling, but I was like, no.
0 for 2.
All right. Which state conducted a Republican primary contest this week? Virginia, Florida, Georgia, or New Hampshire? Jeff, you
Okay.
feel confident in that one?
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see the
What'd you
reviews.
get?
I said New Hampshire.
It's New Hampshire.
It is New Hampshire. Good job.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. Which newspaper slashed more than 20% of its staff this week? Los Angeles Times, Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, or Washington Post?
God, they're all huge ones too.
I'm doing that blurry thing again.
Oh, you are.
Why did it do that?
I don't know.
Here. No, that's not.
Your high quality camera.
Want me to read them again?
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Times, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, or Washington Post?
Okay.
I said
Good
New
job.
York Times.
I went with the Wall Street Journal.
It is the Los Angeles Times.
Oh, you know what? I thought about it, but then I mean,
This is a slow week.
anyway.
It is a slow week.
We didn't get last week, so you got your
I know.
wish. All right, ready for number 5?
Yep.
All right, which fast food chain announced it's permanently closing one of its restaurants for the first time? Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, In-N-Out, or Whataburger?
So wait a minute. It's saying it's closing all of its stores, or
No,
just one
just
of its stores?
the first time it's permanently closing one of its stores.
Oh, okay. What was the choices again?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, In-N-Out, or Whataburger?
Okay, I
What'd
went
you
with
say?
Chick-fil-A.
I don't think so. I don't think it's Whataburger's closed. I know Chick-fil-A has been in business way too long. They've closed stores, and the other Five Guys, yeah, they've closed. It's got to be In-N-Out.
It is In-N-Out.
It is In-N-Out.
I'll give a hint because
Ah,
we just opened one, ironically, in Boise, and then
see, we don't have them here, so I don't know that much about them. I
We
figured it
just
might be
got our first one.
Chick-fil-A. Although I should have known that because there was one that used to be here that's no longer here.
Yeah,
So
yeah. In-N-Out is really strategic with their openings because their idea is if we open it, we're never closing it.
Nothing beats a great day fishing until the storm rolls in. That's why you need to listen to
There we
the
go.
Idaho Fishing Report. Get all the vital information you
Oh,
need.
now I don't hear
Weather,
you anymore.
reservoir levels. Turn a day like this into a day like this. You can find us at
Yeah, I don't hear you.
gemstatefishing.com, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or your favorite platform. The Idaho Fishing Report.
There you go.
All
I heard
right.
you first. There we go.
Okay. You were talking over our ad. We played an ad while we're waiting for you to come back. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
Who
Jock
do I need
Itch.
to
It's Jock Itch. It's gonna be this kind of show.
Who do I need to apologize to? Who is a sponsor?
The Idaho Fishing Report.
Oh, well, I apologize to you then.
All right, 2-1.
All right.
All right, moving on to 6. Which comedian announced he will return to late night TV next month? Trevor Noah, Jon Stewart, Conan O'Brien, or Arsenio Hall?
All right, who'd you got?
He's coming back to the Daily Show. Jon Stewart.
That's what I had.
That is correct.
Although I would love if Arsenio Hall came back.
Yeah, I don't. Have you seen him? Looks pretty rough.
Arsenio MC Hammer Hall.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. Which country recently launched a successful mission to the moon? North Korea, Canada, France, or Japan?
I just watched Apollo 13 the other night too. What were the 4? I was talking, not listening.
North Korea, Canada, France, or Japan?
Okay. Oh, Canada.
Yeah, it was Canada.
Is that both of you
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
It's Japan.
God dang
Oh, I thought Canada did that.
I did too. Oh well.
Because I was like, okay, well, that figures they're so far behind everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, number 8. Oh, here we go. How many Boeing 737 MAX 9 jets were grounded earlier this month following an incident in which part of an Alaskan Airlines flight blew off in midair?
Is this the same one we just had?
No, because we
No.
thought it was something else, and it wasn't.
It was which airlines?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
The
Oh,
options are 10, 99, 43, or 171.
wow. What
Yeah,
were
so
those again?
pretty much how many grounded jets were there? And it was 10, 99, 43, or 171.
Said 99, right?
I did say 99. That was one of the
Okay. That's what I said.
I don't know It's either 99 or 171, and I went with 171.
It is 171.
Oh no!
All right, Steve, you gotta get these next two to at least tie.
Uh,
All right. Which region of the U.S. was pummeled by months worth of rain within 3 days this week? West, South, Northeast, or Midwest?
okay,
I said South.
Midwest.
It was South.
Uh, I mean, we've been getting a lot of rain.
Yep. All right, for funsies.
For funsies. Which pop star is being sued for starting her concerts hours late? Madonna, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, or Ariana Grande?
I'm gonna say Lady Gaga.
Nope, it's Madonna because she's starting like 10 o'clock at night.
It is Madonna.
See, I don't know anything about that.
I just want to point out it's the same score as the show that didn't air, 6-2.
All right, well, there you go. See, I gave you a freebie.
Well, you gave me a freebie.
Yeah,
We
I
started
gave
off
you a
slow,
free.
too.
Yeah, I gave you a freebie. You know, I felt bad. You didn't. You know, nobody saw you win last week, so you know, I knew. Actually, knew it. I knew 8 of those, and I, threw it.
I appreciate your generosity.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's what brothers do.
So I know your backyard floods. Did you get a lot of? Did it flood? Did a creek rise?
No. We just got. I mean, it just kept raining, and plus wintertime it just doesn't absorb. It, I don't know why, but the ground just stays moist longer. I guess because the heat doesn't get the moisture out of the ground. But it just, I mean, no, it didn't flood in the backyard. It just, we just got rain. We've had a bunch of rain last month, so just anything adds on.
Yeah, I know the last time I was there, Jamie was talking about how bad it floods. Because I was talking.
Yeah, it can't. If it could, yeah, really bad storm, it'll flood up and come halfway up our backyard. But yeah.
All right. You want to slide into the goat topic?
Sure.
We're just going to rehash one from last week. I want to remind the viewers to please go to jockitchtheliveshow.com. Go to the polls page and vote what you think your goat is on our topics. And we have all the shows up so far. You can vote on all of them. This week, our topic, rock bands. So you want to kick it off? Who's your number 3? Do you remember? I want to see if you actually remember the ones you had from last week.
I don't even remember. I know my top 2. I think my third was. I'm trying to think. I think wasn't it Def Leppard? Oh no, it was Van Halen, wasn't it?
It was
Van Halen. Yeah, Van Halen. Yeah, that's it. Van.
Did you see the news this week about David Lee Roth going off on what's his name, son? Like 6-minute YouTube rant.
I did not see it.
Yeah. It's
who, Eddie Van Halen's son or something?
Yeah. What's his son's name? I can't remember his son's name, but yeah.
I don't know.
6-minute rant on what an idiot he was and what the hell was he doing. Oh, David Lee. We'd love to hear
he's
from
always
you.
Yeah. He's always been a little,
If I remember correctly too, you were not a David Lee Roth fan.
Well, I liked some of the stuff with David Lee Roth, but I preferred Sammy Hagar music.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. All right, my number 3 was Queen. We will rock you.
Yeah.
Love
Another
Queen.
one, Bites the Dust.
Yep, a lot of good songs out of that band.
Yeah.
Number 2,
is Bad Company for me.
Oh yeah, we talked about Bad Company. Did you happen to look look up
I
any
haven't
songs?
yet, actually. I'll do that right now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Bad Company song?
Probably the one. I mean, you can. There's probably three songs that I would say that are probably the greatest hits. Is "Feel Like Making Love." One is "Bad Company." It's self-entitled song, and then "Shooting Star." Those three are their greatest. But they had a bunch of good songs. I mean, yeah. But yeah, those three songs. If you look up any like "Bad Company," you've maybe heard it in a movie before.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other ones those are great songs.
See, that's not my favorite. My favorite from Bad Company is Rock and Roll Fantasy.
That's a good song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah,
But they had some good ones for sure.
They had a lot of good songs, and I liked it even when because they were mostly in the 70s and 80s, right? And then they did like an album in the early 90s, and I want to say it was called Holy Water, and there was some good songs on that one that I enjoyed. But yeah, they had they had a lot of good songs.
Yeah, I liked them. Can you turn up the blue button on the audio interface? Oops, where'd it go? I'll see if I can play a song. I don't know if it'll play or not. We'll see. Because I love this song.
Watch the NFL playoffs.
All right, it's playing an ad.
January
Sorry.
13th and get
No, there you go. We can just
listen to that.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, somebody didn't get you pumped up, man. You heard that come on the radio.
All right, play the Bad Company song. Oh, you know what? That didn't take too long because it's kind of slow. It kind of slow and builds up. It's a slow burn,
Yeah,
but it's a good song.
So. All right, my number 2 is one that I don't think gets a lot of credit. It's Boston. 4 great albums. They didn't do any videos. They were just a great band. Just played music, put on great shows. So Boston's my number 2.
Yeah, I liked some of Boston.
All right, what's your number 1?
Journey. I mean, I think we talked about this last time. I think that if you were to take a poll, that they would probably pop up, and I would say they'd probably be the number 1 vote getter. I just think that they are, whether it's young people now, they still listen to Journey. Their music is really timeless.
Yeah, I mean they're still around. They've been through a bunch of different musicians and singers, but they're still around.
Yeah.
So they're pretty good. All right, can you turn my volume back up on that one again? Yes. This is Steven's favorite song. Mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. Yeah, Styx has got to be number 1 for me, man. And I know we talked about this last week, but I got in a lot of trouble. But my first concert was Styx, and it was 83, and it was the night before I had SATs. And I got really bad scores the next day. But I had a hell of a time at that concert. It was a lot of fun. But it's worked out for me. Go ahead.
As Mom would say, I hope it was worth it.
It was. It absolutely was worth it, man. I had a lot of fun, and I got to hear some of the old songs. And then there was also the Mr. Roboto tour, and they put on basically a musical.
Mr. Roboto, come on. Come on.
Oh, here's one. I was listening to the 80s on XM, and they were playing Def Leppard Armageddon. And I never knew that they were saying Armageddon me. I thought they were saying, Are you getting me? So typical misheard lyrics, right?
Yeah.
For 40 years I've been singing, Are you getting me? And it's me.
The bad thing is that my wife Jamie, she like knows all the words of the songs.
Oh,
She evidently her hearing, she can hear what they're saying. So like listening to a song and she'll be like saying, I go, that's what that says? And she goes, yeah. And so I'll look it up, and sure enough, she's right every time. I mean, because like I can't hear what they're saying half the time. They kind of mumble out the lyric, I guess because it rhymes better. But yeah, and every time, I mean, so Jamie, she knows like the words.
Yeah, I always get called out by my wife too. That's not the words. Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah,
But,
I mean, there's a bunch of songs that I don't know that I love that I don't know all the words for.
Right? I know how to hum to get between.
Yeah, no,
the words
I know, like if there's 10 words in a line, like 8 of them, but you don't know the other 2, so you kind of
yeah, mumble it through.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last week when we did this, we forgot to ask Fletcher, so we're not going to forget this week.
Yes.
How about you? What's your?
Oh, we get to bring in this pop smoking mom.
Yeah. I mentioned Pink Floyd was kind of one of my influences because I don't listen to like a ton of rock bands. I said Pink Floyd because she listened to that a lot, and Steve made the joke or asked if she smoked weed.
No. Yeah, because I mean, it wasn't just Pink Floyd. What else? I mean, you named like 3.
Grateful Dead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't.
What was the other
like
2?
Grateful Dead, but she likes Grateful Dead. Gosh, there
was another one, but.
But everything when you said is like known for like heavy pot smoking followers.
Yeah. What else?
And we discovered that you're a hip hop guy.
Yes. Fleetwood Mac, I also like.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good band. That was a good band. They're very good. My wife loves Stevie Nicks. Yeah. That's her favorite singer. She loves Stevie Nicks and Dolly Parton. What a combo.
That is a combo.
Stevie Nicks was on. Go ahead.
No, I was saying Dolly has a powerful voice. Has a good voice.
What do you think about her covering all the rock songs? Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
She just released her album covering like some of the greatest rock songs.
I haven't heard of that. It'll be interesting to hear it.
Some of it's okay.
Well, I mean, one of the greatest, R&B songs, or I guess, or whatever you want to call it, Whitney Houston did was originally Dolly's song that I can't think of the name of it right now. It was on that Bodyguard album. Yeah. I Will Love You Forever or something like that. And I will. I think that was something like that. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that was Dolly's original song.
Yeah.
I mean, that song was huge when it came out.
But it's funny how you get a lot of these songs, like somebody will release it and it doesn't do well, and then somebody else re-releases it and it just takes off.
Yeah.
So,
well, Whitney had a beautiful voice.
Yeah, not much of a Whitney Houston fan.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a fan or not. The woman had pipes on her. I mean, she had what a range.
I usually change the station when her songs come on.
I mean, her music style was not, for most people, but I mean, she could still sing. I mean, you could put her in a church and she would blow the roof off. I mean, she just that kind of voice.
But yeah, so hip hop. Who's your favorite hip hop artist?
Right now it's Smino. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him at all.
Nino?
No.
Smino. So that'll tell you right there. No.
No.
Smino.
Smino.
He's kind of.
Well, I mean, who's your favorite of all time?
I would honestly say probably him. I saw him live last year. Yeah.
Okay.
He's just I kind of like a different sort of vibe instead of like some of the mainstream stuff.
Okay.
I would say like hip hop, the mainstream hip hop is not very good anymore. I would say like 90s, 2000s it kind of was, and then slowly started teetering off. So.
Well, I mean, are we including rap and hip hop, or is that just hip hop? So we're including
what
rap
I,
in
that's
that.
what I include.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the rap stuff, and I hear a lot of people talking about it. I don't listen to much of the, especially the new stuff. I listen to some older rap,
Yeah.
but it's all about a lot of derogatory, stuff and talking about women, and they use the N word a lot, and so I mean, a lot of people. It doesn't matter what color you are; they don't like it because it's mostly about violence or degrading women or whatever. So I don't listen to a whole lot of to anything new.
Yeah.
So have you ever heard Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang?
I don't think so.
I'm sure
we're
he
gonna have
has.
to we're gonna have to do a what do they call that? Where you watch a blind reaction.
Oh yeah.
What to play
Yeah,
that for
we
Fletcher 1 week and
yeah.
do
There's
that.
definitely some things we need to do with that because I've got one that I want you to hear. Now, you said you like Fleetwood Mac. So you like a lot of their songs, like what's the main one that?
Dreams.
Yes. Have you ever seen that girl that redid it? Her name's Lainey.
Oh,
Um,
Wilson.
yes.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Oh, I actually like her version better than I do Stevie
Yeah.
Nicks. It was amazing. I mean, because Stevie Nicks had, that's what I love about Stevie Nicks. She had a different voice, right? It wasn't just your normal. There's a lot of people who can sing, but
Yeah.
she had that raspy, different sound. And this girl even is. I think she's even better. So
Stevie Nicks was on American Horror Story for a season. It's pretty good.
her life was pretty much a horror story for a while. She was doing a lot of drugs and stuff.
All right, pretty quick show tonight, but what you got going on this week? I told you what I got going on. Trip to Montana. It's not supposed to snow. Very happy about that. Very happy. 4 stores in 3 days. Drive from Missoula to Billings.
I just got some basketball games Tuesday and Friday, and Jamie's off this week, so we're going to try to do some fun stuff for Bella, but not much.
NASCAR starts Sunday.
Oh boy, I cannot wait.
The Busch Clash out in Los Angeles. There's going to be a whole lot of NASCAR talk this year.
I'll have nothing to say. I don't watch it, so
I'll start watching it.
You'll have to educate us on it. Do you watch NASCAR, Fletcher?
I don't.
Yeah, see, you're gonna be on your own.
That's okay. I like it that way.
I started
to somebody the other day.
watching baseball again.
Yeah, I saw somebody the other day. My wife is not a sports person, and sometimes it's really good because I can just sit down and watch, and it's easy. But I mean, we like to do stuff together, but it's sometimes just nice just be able to sit and watch and have a few minutes to yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. And we'll be back next week. And everybody enjoy a weekend off from football. And then the Super Bowl will be coming up. And we'll have our predictions next show. We'll decide. We'll pick who we want to pick. And the numbers will be out then, too, so we can look at that as well.
Yeah.
And we'll make our bold predictions who we think is going to win the Super Bowl from Las Vegas. For Steve Idlett, Fletcher Wartig, I'm Jeff Colors. This has been Jock Itch, the live show. Thank you for coming along, and we will see you next week.